Hi everybody. I am doing this week's pre-assignment before we start our midterm, and there'll be a few instructional things going on. So this is the first. This is the brainstorming of the personification of the peanuts. Usually I do this in the group, and I'm gonna kind of reenact how I lecture this as the group does it. And it has to do with peanuts with shells. And when you work with children, or even elders, I think we lose it in between. There's a great sense of imagination and personification to play. And for years, I've been pouring out a bag of peanuts and asking everybody to find characters within the peanuts and do a well-developed profile of a few peanuts. And so sometimes it's just a handful I give you, and you have to figure out who is each peanut by looking at them, the textures, the shapes, the little details. And so I'm going to, let's see if I can switch my camera around. Maybe I can't. Let's see, let's say. So here is some peanuts here that I got in a bowl. And I went to the store and I got just a bag of peanuts. There were $2. And here's another one, New York Yankees, yay! And what you're gonna do is get a cheap bag of peanuts with shells, and you are going to find, I would suggest, I usually used to do like 4 or 5 for every student, but I'm gonna ask you to do 3. So you're gonna pour out your bag and you're gonna find different characters. And you may feel a little awkward doing this at first, but when we are teachers working with young people and imagination and creativity and arts and really thinking about all the possibilities, a peanut with its natural casing and its structure and its suggestive what it is and who it is and the personification of it, because it has this form that could look like a little body. Look through your little pile and find some friends. And so look around. I'm going to ask you to find 3 peanuts that speak to you. Hello. And I will give you a written assignment of how to approach this, but you are going to look at this peanut. You're going to come up with a name, occupation, what things it likes, favorite food, the food it hates the most, favorite place to hang out, maybe its best friend's name, and you're going to create a little story about your peanut. So this one's missing a little, maybe it's got a big mouth, maybe it's, whatever. That's where you become the creator. And I got little tiny ones and big tall ones. And because this is a class for learning about how we all learn very differently. Each person is a learner who has their own speed, their own entryway to knowledge, their own perceptive tools, and their own lens to look at things. You're going to get a couple of these peanuts, follow the directions to make a profile, and that is going to be something you're going to submit to me this week by next weekend. And again, it'll be all written up for you. So this is at a glance. And then there is a video that is telling you about your storybook profile, that you're going to do a storyboard, which will lead you into your midterm assignment. Everything is all written up. And you have lots of freedom. So if you want to not use peanuts and use other different tools, sometimes I go into a drawer with spoons and forks and mixers and wine openers, that flapping parts and stuff, and they become characterizations of different people. You can go that direction too. So I'm leaving it very open, but a good way to enter into the storybook, since we are going, your midterm will be the story, a video or a PowerPoint or an actual book that you're going to do about a moral or a lesson learned or some predicament of a character. Peanuts really can be personified into these different characters. But you have a lot of freedom. I've written it up. Ask questions and have fun with your peanuts. I got a whole host of characters here. I got my family who lives in Brooklyn over here, and this is the Uncle Deduge over here. He drives a taxi, and again, this one is very interesting. I don't know who, or she or he or whatever. There also doesn't have to be a gender. It could be a creature. It could be an imaginary personification. So keep that in mind as well. Use your imagination. That's what we do as teachers. We teach children. They require us to trigger and provoke them to use their imagination. It's very, very important in the creative process. So have fun with the peanut assignment. As usual, I will accompany this with a written statement with the how-tos, and talk to you soon. Bye.